Stop overthinking. Worrying and overthinking are a natural part of human emotions and thinking, but when they are left unchecked, they can take a heavy toll on your health and well-being. Overthinking is an act of thinking about something too much and for too long. If you are an overthinker, you will know how exactly it will be torturing you. A problem will keep popping up in your mind and you just can't stop dwelling on it. You will desperately try to find some meaning or solution, but the thoughts will go round and round without any solution. Overthinking is not intelligent thinking but a destructive process that can turn you into a nervous wreck. Overthinking is exhausting and energy draining as it will run circles around your head and you will find yourself stuck, unable to move forward. You may start blaming yourself for things you didn't do and worry about scenarios that may or may not happen. Persistent overthinking can result in insomnia, trouble concentrating, a short temper, and loss of energy, and eventually leads to chronic anxiety or depression. Fortunately, there are a few ways to handle overthinking. But all overthinking doesn't stop overnight. Some will take time to develop and some can be implemented immediately. But they require conscious work from your side. Steps to help you stop overthinking. Notice it. Notice when you are stuck in your head. Overthinking is such a bad and involuntary habit that you don't even recognize when you are doing it. So, learn to pay attention to the way you think so you can become aware of the problem. Step back, look at how you are responding. The way you respond to your thoughts can sometimes keep you in a cycle of repetitive thinking. So, the next time you find yourself continuously running things in your mind, take note of how it affects your mood. Do you feel nervous, irritated, angry, or guilty? Ask what is the primary emotion behind your thoughts. Having self-awareness is key to changing your mindset. Find some distraction. Shut down overthinking by involving yourself in some activity that you enjoy. Try taking up a new hobby, such as painting, writing, gardening, volunteering, etc. It can be hard to start something new when you are overwhelmed by your thoughts. But if finding a sustained distraction is difficult, try setting aside a small amount of time every day for something different. Use this time to explore potential distractions or experiment with existing ones. Meditate. Learn meditation. Develop a regular meditation practice to clear your mind of nervous chatter and turn your attention inward instead of outward. Let go. Let go of past and unpleasant experiences. Overthinkers often think about the past. By doing so, they are exerting energy on the "what if," "I wish," and "I should have" type of questions. But the past cannot be changed, but you can change it through lessons learned for avoiding future problems of similar types. When you accept the past for what it was, you will relieve its weight from your shoulders. This will free your mind from the burdens, mistakes, and grudges of the past that stop you from taking action today. Refocus on what you can control. Instead of worrying, take a minute and examine the things you have control over. Broaden your perspective and ask yourself, what can I control? Focusing exclusively on what is within your power will make you stronger and more confident. For example, if you are struggling financially to pay the bills, there is no use. What helps is looking at your expenses and asking, what can I cut or eliminate from my bills? Then ask, what other revenue sources can I create? This is how you shift your attention from what you can't control to what you can. Identify your fears. It's the irrational fears that arise in your mind that lead to overthinking. People fear what others might think, or fear making a mistake, or fear they are not being good enough to succeed, and so on. But living in that fear will tangle us in a web of indecision. A Roman philosopher, Seneca, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The fear of what might happen contributes to your overthinking. And one of the best strategies to beat fear is to simply take action. Take a small step to attack your fear and see what happens. The moment you take some action, you will win a small battle with your overthinking. Similarly, win more battles with more action. As Napoleon Hill says, fear can be effectively cured by forced repetition of acts of courage. Try this mental trick. Do you have a problem? Do you have a solution? If your answer is yes to both, then why worry? You have a solution anyway. If your answer is yes and no, then why worry again? The solution is not under your control anyway. Now let us listen to some famous quotes. Worry never robs tomorrow of its sorrow. It only saps today of its joy. Leo F. Buscaglia. Worry often gives a small thing a big shadow. Swedish proverb. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Elbert Hubbard. When I look back on all these worries, I remember the story of the old man who said on his deathbed that he had had a lot of trouble in his life, most of which had never happened. Winston Churchill. That the birds of worry and care to fly over your head, this you cannot change, but that they build nests in your hair, this you can prevent. Chinese proverb. Worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but never gets you anywhere. Irma Bombeck. If you can't sleep, then get up and do something instead of lying there worrying. It's the worry that gets you, not the lack of sleep. Dale Carnegie. If you treat every situation as a life and death matter, you'll die a lot of times. Dean Smith. People become attached to their burdens sometimes more than the burdens attached to them. George Bernard Shaw. Worry is a thin stream of fear trickling through the mind. If encouraged, it cuts a channel into which all other thoughts are drained. Arthur Summers Roche. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.